We've been working so hard in math on our story problems and making fact families, and today's going to be the last day that we work on those. But today you're going to find out that something different happens. Today, there's going to be some missing information that you don't know, and you're going to have to figure out that information. So grab all your stuff for math, get your number bond, get your whiteboard, get some counters or something that you can use to act out the story with me, and then we'll get started. All right, here we go with our first story for today. My first story today is going to be about some lions. There were 7 lions on the hilltop, and some of them left to go look for some food, and then there were only just 2 lions left on the hilltop. Well, how many of them went to look for food? I don't know. We've got to figure that out. So we said there were 7 lions on the hilltop. So let's start with 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I told you some of them left to go look for food. How many left? We don't know. But we do know that there were just 2 lions left on the hilltop. So that means that all of these lions must have gone to look for the food. So I'm going to move them over. That was the missing part that we didn't know, how many went to look for food. So now I can write my number sentence. Now let's think, is this going to be an addition sentence or is this going to be a subtraction sentence? Well, we know that some of them left. So we're going to do this as a subtraction sentence. So grab your marker and your whiteboard and let's write this number sentence that would go with this. We know subtraction sentences begin with the whole thing. So I'm going to start with 7 because there were 7 lions on the hilltop. Now here's the tricky part. What am I going to put next? Did I know how many left? I didn't. So I'm only going to put what I know. And that was I knew that 2 of them were on the hilltop at the end of the story. So I'm going to say 7 minus 2. I'm going to take those 2 away because we moved those up to the top so we could see the others. So now I know 7 minus 2 equals 5 that went to look for food. Now I can make a switcheroo with that. So I will say 7 minus the 5 that left equals 2 that were on the hilltop. And then we can write our fact family for this. So we can do our addition sentences that go with this. So we know they start with the 2 parts. So we say 2 left on the hilltop plus 5 that went to look equals 7 altogether. And then I switcheroo, 5 that went to look for food plus 2 on the hilltop equals 7 altogether. Okay, clean your board and we'll do another one. All right, this story is going to be about bikes because right now it's pretty outside and some of you guys have been riding your bikes a lot of these days. You've been at home. So let's do a story about bikes. My story is there were 6 bikes in the bike store and some of them got sold. And now there is just 1 bike left in the bike store. Oh, a lot of kids wanted bikes to ride, didn't they? Well, how many got sold? Well, let's see if we can figure this out because we don't know that missing part. We know there were, though, 6 bikes in the bike store. So let's put our 6 counters on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we know at the end of the story, there was just 1 bike left in the bike store. So I can take that 1 and just move it over because I know that part. And now I can see what the missing part is. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is how many bikes got sold and taken to children. So we're going to write our number sentence for this. Is this an addition sentence? Is it joining? Or is it a minus sentence taking away? Well, we can see it's a minus sentence taking away because those bikes got taken away and went to a home. So let's write our first number sentence for this story. I'm going to start with the whole, 6. And when I told you that story, did you know how many went to a home? You didn't. You only knew how many were left in the store, and that was 1. So we're going to say 6 minus 1 because we slid that 1 over. Equals how many were left in the store. We see there were 5 left that went to a home. Sorry, not left in the store. Those 5 went to homes. So now let's make a switcheroo for that. 6 minus the 5 that went to homes equals 1 left in the store. And now we can make the rest of our fact family. We can do our addition sentences for this story. So we know addition sentences start with the two parts. So we can say 1 was left in the store plus the 5 that got taken to homes equals 6 in all. And then one more switcheroo. 5 got taken to homes plus 1 equals 6 left in the store. Okay, we've got one more story to do, so clean your board. This story is going to be about balloons. We all love balloons, so let's do a story about balloons. I had, are you ready for this one? 9 balloons, but some of them popped. And I only have 3 balloons left. How many of my balloons popped? Well, let's see if we can figure that out. We know at the beginning that there were 9 balloons, so let's put on 9 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There were 9 balloons. Now, some of them got popped, and I only had 3 left. So let me take 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'll put them down here because I know those were the 3 I had left. Now I can see how many of my balloons popped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, I lost a lot of my balloons, didn't I? 6 of my balloons popped. Now let's write our number sentence for this story, how we found that answer. Well, we found that answer because we started with the whole thing, 9. Did we add more or did we take away? Well, we know we took away the 3 that were left. So 9 minus 3 equals 6 that were popped. Now I can turn that sentence around and I can start with 9 minus, now we know how many popped. 9 minus 6 that popped equals 3 that were left. And let's do the rest of our fact family for this story. So we know we can take this story now and we can make our addition sentences because now we know the 2 parts. So let's start with the first part. We know there were 3 that were left. Plus we discovered 6 popped equals my 9 balloons all together. And then I can make my switcheroo. 6 that popped plus 3 that were left equals 9. All right, now it's time for you to practice a story on your own. You're going to have a story today about giraffes. Your giraffes, some of them are going to be eating leaves and some of them are going to be drinking water. So the first thing you're going to need to do is draw a place for them to drink water, draw a tree for them to eat leaves from, and then you're going to be sliding the giraffes over into the right places to make your story. Then you'll draw your number bond and you'll do your fact family. When you finish that, there's a page 2 and a page 3. There's some more pages on here today because you've got what we call an assessment on here today. Remember when we do an assessment, it's just Miss Smith checking in to make sure that everybody understands what we're doing. So on your assessment today, you've got some number bonds to make. You've got some counting to do. You've got some of these stories to move some pieces around on and make number bonds. So there's several things for you to do on there. It's fine for your moms and dads to help you read the directions and help you understand. But remember, I want you to do the work without any help, without asking them what to put here and what to do, because I need to know what you understand. So today, do your story about the giraffes first, and then you'll do the next pages on your seesaw activity where you're doing an assessment so I can see what you understand. I know everybody's going to do fabulous because I know you've been doing great on these story problems.